The Cascade Mountains of Northern California hold a mystique that make it a spiritual destination for many people. Our group visited here to recreate outdoors, and after a few nights of camping, it was easy to see the allure. Part of what makes it so beautiful is there is just enough influence from the Pacific Ocean to moderate the climate and deliver moisture, forming numerous alpine lakes and plush foliage. In this video, I captured our final day here where we hike a segment of the Pacific Crest Trail up to Porcupine Lake. Then we enjoy Gumboot Lake on a paddleboard and under the stars. I began the morning by admiring some nature at the Gumboot campground where we stayed. We can think of Cyanocitta stelleri as the western version of a blue jay, the famous bird from eastern North America. These are highly intelligent members of the corvid family, which also includes crows and ravens. Unlike other conifers, the cones on fir trees grow upright and rarely reach the ground before they disintegrate. But one of the resident squirrels seemed to be tossing them at a camper's dog, which gave me the rare chance to see one up close. Notable for identification is that it has a green color. Telling fir trees apart by their needles alone can be difficult, but the green cones, along with relatively long needles with rounded tips, distinguish Abies concolor from other firs in its range. The largest trees in this forest were jeffreyi pines. Jeffreyi pine is very similar to ponderosa pine, but it occurs at higher elevation. The way to tell them apart is to look at the prickles on the cone. These point inward on jeffreys and outward on ponderosas. Both species have long needles and bundles of 3. The cones of western white pine have a distinctive shape and size. They are relatively large, but are more slender than those of jeffreyi pine. It's one of many pine species that have needles and bundles of 5. Lodgepole pine is pretty easy to identify just based on its thin, scaly bark. This tree has short needles and bundles of 2 and small cones. Its range extends pretty far north into Canada, and it can tolerate hostile environments.
Well, there's Picayune Lake right there, guys.
So we're getting away from the Pacific Crest Trail, just so you know.
Yes.
Okay, so
I think that house is private, and this lake is private, Mike. And there's a trail that goes to that lake, but it's marked private. I saw that on the Google.
Are you nervous?
No, I just thought we were going on a hike on a PCT, and we're getting away from it.
We are. What I'm actually doing is, that's fair enough. I'm looking for a place to turn around.
Okay.
That's not the place.
I just didn't want us to lose track of Mike.
Do the Austin Powers.
Oh my God. Make it fresh.
Differentiate.
Yep. All right, here we are. The start of the PCT. The hike we did can be found on all trails. You park at Picayune Summit, and it's 10 miles round trip with a 1,200-foot elevation gain. Scott, you're saying you don't think there are bears around here in this area?
Same thing as the raccoon story. Like they would have found us.
Oh, right. If they were here, they would have raided our campsite by now.
I think that's the rainbow gathering. They were singing special songs to keep the bears away. That's why I think. And raccoons, apparently.
We're heading in the Canada direction of the PCT right now. Straight north, Scott says. Oh, yeah. There's our Mount Shasta off in the distance.
Oh, didn't it look a lot snowier a couple days ago?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's because of the direction.
Out there is Gumboot Lake. That's where we're camping. We can hear the rainbow gatherers from here.
Well, just the mind of a child
Well, you know it's
thinking I can see the ocean.
there. It's there somewhere.
It's a nice sitting log.
Greg, how many beers do you have?
I brought one.
No, back at the camp.
I maybe have around the area of 10.
Oh, wow. All right. I think with just the Italian sausage stew from last night, we probably have enough food for tonight. If I just cook that, I don't think we also have to do the chili.
Let's have you not doing as much work in the evening, cooking and all that stuff. Let's let you enjoy an evening, and so whatever's the minimal work is my vote.
At least make up that same veggie mix again. because we've got more onions and peppers and mushrooms, and have that as a little side.
Yeah, that'd
There
be
are
great.
some potatoes as well, but I mean, again, if we want simple,
Yeah, let's keep it simple.
well, there it is.
What's the acronym?
Keep it simple, stupid.
I've seen enough lakes to also that it doesn't matter. Go all the way to the lake or
It is kind of nice having a goal, though, you know. A little hike.
Sure is.
I guess we're going 2 miles an hour. 'Cause we're stopping, we're taking breaks, we're filming and stuff. So I bet 2 miles an hour. We should get there in 2 hours.
Been passing a lot of this plant, which is all I can say is it's in the carrot family, Apiaceae. And therefore there's a small chance it could cause dermatitis. Ooh, maybe that guy found that deer he was looking for. Here's where they talk about the western white pine has a weird hexagonal pattern, they say, with these mature trees that make it distinctive. And it has these fairly large cones. Kind of long, not real fat. Are you even listening? Huh? You listening? Oh my God, nice spot.
Yeah, there's pitcher plants. So the bugs like fly up into the underneath, and then they get stuck in there and eaten. I think they fly in and then they crawl down to the sweet sticky stuff and get stuck in there and digested.
How cool, man.
Can I like see inside one? I don't wanna.
Yeah, the hoods. The hoods, you see how they kind of let the sun in, and that tricks the insects. Hey, that's the way out, but they get trapped up in there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful right here. Little microclimate.
Almost reached the destination. But now the trail gets technical. It was pretty easy up until now.
It would be nicer to roll back and then have that time at our lake today. I'm down.
Well, we're at this amazing lake, and there's a lot of campers and kayakers here, so we will not do a repeat performance of rock chucking for half an hour, as we did yesterday at these montane lakes. And we're in a bit of a hurry to get back to our own campground with its own lake, because there is a rainbow party celebrating the start of fall. And there will certainly be bongos to celebrate in the wilderness of California.
Maybe some piano too.
God, hopefully singing.
We've entered hemlock forest. They have these small cones, and there's just millions of them in a hemlock forest. They tend to occur at a higher elevation, and they're okay with shade, and they tend to form pretty dense forest. General Mike's got the troops really moving at a good clip up there, while I keep getting distracted by these amazing views.
How we doing, Greg?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Doing well. Taking a gander at the old Mount Shasta there.
So many wonderful views. Oh man, I believe these are castellerias. It's one of my favorite genuses, and it's because they just produce the most vibrant colors. This western white pine tree is a survivor. Fell over a long time ago, and these branches are obviously being put to use to push it back up. Greetings from Gumboot Lake on a paddleboard. There's fish surfacing all around me. These aquatic plants are so cool. See their root tendrils when they hit the bottom. They spread out.
And they seem to be kind of hanging out in the hole.
I mean, I'm loving these aquatic plants, but Mike said he just found a big trout hole. I'll be right there. This is Mike's honey hole. Look at how much they don't like. They're stirring it up. They don't like that I'm here. You see them all moving? I mean, these are all 12 to 15 inch trout. Getting all panicky. That was cool. There's a lot of adult fish in that little trout honey hole that Mike found. But I'm going to leave them alone for now. Get back to checking out these plants. Again, look at the root tendrils just spreading out all over the surface, the bottom surface of the lake. Pretty cool. I found your trout hole.
You did?
Yeah, and I spooked them pretty bad.
Oh.
They were freaking out, but I got them on film.
You did? I saw it clear as day coming this way, but...
Yeah, it's in that void over there that you initially described. But they stirred up the bottom pretty good when I kind of came right on top of them. They were not liking that I was there.
Well, I'm glad you saw them.
Boy, I hope this shows up on the video. These aquatic plants are really cool. Looks like Dan on the paddleboard now. I should probably head back in, let Scott have a run at it. Ahoy!
Ahoy. Top of the morning to you.
Nah.
There she blows.
These paddleboards are pretty sweet on these montane lakes, I gotta say. I really appreciate Mike bringing these. This is cool. This is really cool.